Hi, welcome back. Decided to do part two for this store because I was not happy. This is a seller. I just double checked. I paid $38 free ship, 13 cards. So it was not too pricey in that sense. Like for 38 for 13, that's like two something for less than free. It's basically it's slightly less. It's basically $3 a card because it's like 38 something, right? So it's almost like $3 a card, like because I have to pay tax and stuff. Well, everyone has to pay tax unless, everyone has to pay tax in their life. So the reason why I was not happy is because of the condition. So they didn't charge shipping, which kudos to them. And they sent in one of those like freedom stamp envelope, which is like the cheapest stamp ever packaging. They did put it in top loader, but it doesn't help. So what happened was, let me see. I think it's these two cards. They pack in one sleeve, those cheap penny sleeve, and the Manaphy and the Banetix EX. So basically, these two are probably like the more expensive ones. The other one they kind of like just put it in. I did re-sleeve it myself, and this one you guys saw me didn't even put it like I put it in a top loader. I didn't do the rest of it. I'm gonna have a light test and I'll tell you why I'm not happy about this seller. So number one is like they assume that because you buy two cards, they're just gonna put the cheaper one in the same sleeve as the other as protection using your other card's protection, which I'm not happy about. Cause like, why would you buy a card if you use a random like junk card? Yeah, then sure. But you use an actual card that person buying that probably cares about as your junk spacer. That just doesn't sound right to me. And then actually the Ninini right now when I'm looking at like you can see it's still like that whitening here on the edge. But that was not my biggest problem. My biggest problem is with the Manaphy. So you can see the Manaphy here. There's a big scratch crease. I want to even, you see right there? There's actually a crease there. And it was like kind of obvious. It's not even a scratch, it's a crease on the middle of the card. So this is not near mint. And this is supposed to be like these cards are supposed to be near mint. And then the last straw is that you remember my Manaphy was supposed to be the protection for this EX card because they put the EX on at the back. So they have to jam two cards in one sleeve, which some of you probably can guess if it's like not the thickest sleeve out there, it's not gonna jam very well. You see the corner here? Both sides. It actually is a crease. It's not even a whitening. If I can turn on the light now for a sec before I continue. So actually I should turn on both lights, so give me a sec. So that I have both hands. You can probably see it much better here. So you can see his hairline crease. Nevertheless, this is not near mint. Like, you will not tolerate this crease for a near mint card. And then let's continue back to the light test. I think the other cards probably not as bad, I'm assuming. But again, I'm making an assumption here, so I'm not going to jump into the gun before I finish my light test. So this one's not too bad. And again, I'm doing a speed test because time is short. This one is fine. Again, this is the protection at the front. You can see the back has quite a bit of whitening here. On the side as well, you can see it, the uneven whitening here. The top definitely has whitening. And this side is actually not too bad. But then the corner. So it's like the worst is the bottom, I think. That you can see here. The bottom is probably the worst. And then it's to protect this card, the V-Star. So front didn't look bad. Back then looked as like it's nowhere close to the other two cards that I'm kind of pissed at this point. And this seller has 99.8 for almost 9,000, almost 9,500 positive feedback from Florida. So and I mean it's free shipping. I get it. I mean charge shipping then, and I don't think it's the shipping is the problem either too. it almost like the card, when they jam in, they must have done something to cause those two crease, because there's no way you miss those two crease. Like when you put it in, it's like even my naked eye can tell it. So like before I even do the light test in the last video. So I'm very disappointed with this seller. I'm gonna have lights on again. I'm very disappointed with this seller in that sense. I don't know how they even get the 99.8%. I know from TCG Player, if you don't leave a feedback, it automatically goes to positive, by the way. So maybe that's how, like, because you have to have some really grumpy customer to leave a negative feedback, because usually, like, people just, like, not leave feedback. I am assuming, so this is Player, and I know this is a promo, so that's right, Player. This one, I need to check. Maybe I buy a promo, I'm not 100% sure, so I need to check. So everything looks check out right. I need to check, like I said, this card hopefully is right. It's one I'm not happy. Basically, there's 3 cards off that I'm not happy, basically. And I'm pretty sure I buy 13, so I don't know what happened there. So I might do a follow-up, but I don't think I'll go back with this seller again. So yeah, that's part 2. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Until next time, have a good one, guys. Bye.